I really didn't want to see this movie, but then Fortnite shut down for a day, so I had no choice. Watching this movie made me so physically sick that it delayed this review. Let me explain. My scale of movies goes like this. You have the movies that change the industry on top, then below that you have the great movies, below those are good movies, then self-aware movies, so bad it's good, then bad. Below that you have the two worst categories, boring and wasted potential. Gemini Man starts in this category, and then moves to this one. What the shit? I had a bad feeling before the film even started. I saw the production logos and was like,
I've never met this man in my life.
When it comes to production companies, they're usually pretty indicative of the film to follow. You see these two together, you're in for a solid time. You see this monster, and I mean, do I even have to? Then you see an altered production logo, and you're in for the best movie ever. So I saw these new logos, and I instantly had trust issues. Then the film hits you with the product placement. To illustrate my point here, I'm going to put random Pepsi cans and pear phones throughout this review. See if you can spot them. Then the film assembles the shitty Triforce and hits you with the bad acting. Oh good lord, the acting. Will, I've got some advice for your career after this year.
It's rewind time.
Benedict Wong is also here, and I can't believe that's all I have to say about Benedict Wong. But worst of all, there's a scene in here where Mary Elizabeth Winstead gets undressed, and it's the most PG shit ever. It's all way too safe. The script feels like an AI wrote it. Nothing surprised me. It takes itself way too seriously, but can't deliver because everyone's phoning in the acting. I'm gonna be honest, I was half expecting an I don't know which person is the real person scene. I had a realization halfway through the film though. Maybe this just isn't for me. My audience of 5 other people consisted of 3 old men and a poor couple. The old guy on the same row as me found the movie hilarious. It kinda hurt to hear him laugh. There was some good in here. I had to pee really bad during the motorbike action scene, but I stayed the whole way through, and it was worth it, because in no other movie would you see Will Smith smack Will Smith with a motorbike. There was also a really nice Gatling gun sequence in the final act. There was so much detail, it was amazing. I also thought that this part of the poster was pretty clever. It almost made up for the tagline. This film felt straight out of the 90s. The dumb action, the shit script, the bad acting. For real, here's how they came up with the backstory for Will Smith's character, not the clone.
West Philadelphia, born and raised.
That's it. This movie tries to tackle some pretty deep shit regarding clones, and it fails in every regard. I can see what it's going for, but it's not at the quality to tackle these things. With a better script and some decent acting, it could possibly shine. I'm not sure if this film is taking itself seriously though. They're meant to be on the run from evil Will Smith, but there's literally a scene where they're sat on an open balcony talking in fucking bathrobes. This is why I struggled with this film. I'm not really sure if it just came out 30 years too late, or if I should take it seriously for the moral quandaries it's tackling, or do I relax and enjoy the actually pretty good action? There were some really nice long takes in the action, and it was framed well, except for when multiple Will Smiths were needed. Holy shit, this looked bad. It was painfully obvious that clone Will Smith was added over footage later. I could see the fucking blue screen hue in one screen. Like, how did this even release? Maybe the bad acting was intentional. None of the scenes with more than one Will Smith had any noticeable jarringness from the rest of the scenes. Congrats guys, you're geniuses. I feel that this film was wasted potential because it didn't know what it is. It couldn't decide between that 90s movie action or serious moral film. Dumb films can work if they're self-aware, and serious films work because they commit. This film fails on both fronts, and is boring to top it off. It's a nothing movie. I would have rather watched The Black Hole than this film. Enjoying this one is a tough one. The merit here is in the action. If you're going to see this film, go and see it for those. Certain theatres are also showing the film in high frame rate, and I've heard that it's a really good way to experience the action here. I'm sorry, I'm not paying $17.75 to go see this movie again. I don't care how much unlimited popcorn there is. Sorry for the short and delayed video. Sickness has been ruining me. If you found any of this funny, please consider subscribing. Every sub equals one prayer for me. I saw Zombieland before recording this, and I will be seeing Farmageddon in a few days, so expect some more videos over the next few days, provided I don't get sick again.